that you can easily just go into your couch and look for change, and you can take that change and go to Ulta and get yourself a lip gloss. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorites video for August and July. I didn't really film any kind of favorites video for July. To be honest, I didn't film any kind of video at all. I haven't filmed anything for the past few weeks. So I'm just going to stop talking about my boring ass life and start talking about what we're all here for, which is my which is my August/July favorites. Okay, so the very first thing I have to share with you is this eyeshadow palette, which I've been using a lot lately. This is the Stila Eyes Are the Window shadow palette in the shade combination Soul. This is something I've had for quite a while, but I never really did start using it until recently. This is pretty much what it looks like. It's a nice gold packaging. I love the compact. I love the quality of the packaging. I think it's one of my favorite things about this palette because the mirror itself pretty much is one of the best mirrors I've ever found in any kind of eyeshadow palette in general. So this is the mirror itself. It is very big. It gives you pretty much a good view of everything on your face, and I love using this either for just applying my makeup when I'm just doing it at home, or I like to travel with this. I've been doing a lot of traveling this past summer, and whenever I was traveling I would take this and I would use this as my mirror and as my eyeshadow because it really is a beautiful mirror, and I really am obsessed with this mirror, which sounds very self-conscious, but you know, I need a good mirror. However, the eyeshadows inside are not as good as the packaging itself. The reason I didn't love this palette when I first bought it was because a lot of the colors in here, such as these three colors, this color, pretty much all of the mattes are not pigmented whatsoever. They're not pigmented, they skip, they are not blendable, and I just don't really like them at all. However, the shimmery colors in here, pretty much every single other color in this palette, which is not matte, are beautifully pigmented. They're very metallic. They're very soft, creamy, blendable, pretty much everything you want in an eyeshadow. However, the mattes are not as good. I was using the shimmery colors a lot this summer, and I especially was loving using this as a transition color. Even though it's not the most blendable color of life, it is okay to use if you really are open just to really blending it in really well. But the other colors in here, the shimmery colors, are the really amazing colors for me, and that's why I have been using this so much. The shimmery colors are really beautiful. I'm going to show you something which I have been using a lot lately. This is something that I got quite a while back. I was loving it then, and then I sort of started trying different things, and then I tried this I think 3 weeks ago, and I have been using this ever since. This is my Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation Concentrate. This is a foundation, and it is pretty much one of my favorite foundations, if not my favorite foundation ever. This is amazing. If you like the Maybelline Fit Me foundation from the drugstore, if you like the matte one, then this is pretty much that foundation but better because it stays on a lot longer and it doesn't get as shiny as that one does. For me, I have oily skin, so I'm always looking for something that will keep my skin matte, and though I do love the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, I do find that that gives me a little bit of a shine, especially around my nose area. However, this doesn't give me as much of a shine. This does make me a little bit shiny when I wear it throughout the day if I don't powder it, but when I do powder it, it makes my skin look matte, but not too matte, and it just stays on beautifully. It's more like a medium coverage, but you can layer it, and I definitely think that if you're looking for an amazing quality foundation, this is amazing, and I cannot believe I ever stopped using this because I have been obsessed. This is a little bit on the cheaper side. This is from a company that you probably may or may not have heard of. This is called the JD Glow Cosmetics Highlight in the shade Ice Ice Baby number 9. Yes, number 9. So this is pretty much a stark white highlight. I've wanted a white highlight for quite a while. I was looking at Becca highlight in the shade Pearl, and then I was like, it's a little bit expensive, so I wanted to go and see if I could find a highlight that was inexpensive, that was still white and still very good quality. So I think I found this with this highlight right here. This, as I said, is a very stark white shade. It's pretty much the whitest highlight ever. It has a bluish purplish undertone, so obviously I'm a little bit too dark to use this alone. However, I have been using this mixed into my other highlighters. For instance, if I want to have like a lighter form of Becca's Champagne pop highlight, then I just mix that highlight with this highlight and I get a very light version of that exact same highlight. So this is a really nice highlight to have around in case you ever want to lighten your highlight, and especially if you have the lightest skin possible. This is amazing for you because it will give you a beautiful glow. The only downside that I have to this is that it is not the most finely milled highlight ever. This is how it looks, and I'm not sure if you can see, but it does crumble just a little bit, but it does blend out on the skin quite nicely. This is how it looks right here. As you can see, it's very intense. It has like those bluish, purplish undertones, and you can easily just make it a lot more subtle. This is how it looks when it's a little bit more blended out. You can see that it has like that bluish undertone, but in general, I really like this highlight. It's about $15. You can get it on their website, and I highly recommend this. I think it's amazing. Would I say that it's better than the Becca formula? No, because I think that formula is a lot better quality. However, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, this is by far the best that I've found. So I have something which is $2 and it happens to be amazing. This is from Essence. This is their liquid lipstick. To be honest, I did not think that this is a liquid lipstick by any means because it does not dry down, number one, and number two, it stays like a gloss. So this is pretty much what I call a lip gloss, but they call it a liquid lipstick. Would I call it a liquid lipstick? No, but it is a very good lip gloss. So yeah, I'm not sure what shade this is in particular. I will link it down below, but this is a very beautiful nudie baby pink color. It looks like this, and like I said, it's only $2, and the pigmentation of this is unreal. It just goes on so smoothly, so evenly. So this is how it looks swatched on the back of my hand. As you can see, it's a very nice basic pink color. It's very glossy as well. You can see it has like a nice gloss to it, and it really is beautiful. It's not too sticky, it's not too slippery, and the way I have been using this, I've just been putting this in the center of my lips, and it really makes your lips look fuller because it does have that reflective quality. And if you ever want to buy this, it's just so darn inexpensive that you can easily just go into your couch and look for change, and you can take that change and go to Ulta and get yourself a lip gloss. So this is another item from Essence. In fact, I'm wearing this today. This is the Essence lipstick in the shade number 2, Porcelain Doll. So for my lips today, I took MAC lipstick in the shade Twig. I put this all around my lips, and then on top of that, I chose to apply this Essence lip color. Like I said, this is in the number 2 Porcelain Doll shade, and it looks like this. It's pretty much a very light lipstick color. It has a little bit of a gloss to it, but it's not too glossy like a lip gloss. It's more of a nice satin to glossy formula, and it goes on very nicely. I just put it on top of the lipstick I was already wearing, and it just makes any kind of lip color that you're wearing look like a very luscious, very smooth and buttery lip color. Yeah, so that is the end of this video. This was a little bit shorter than my usual videos. I did not have as many favorites as I usually tend to have, I think. However, these are all products that I've been using, that I've been loving for these entire 2 months consistently, and I think that these are amazing. So if you're ever looking to try some new products, hopefully this gave you a little bit of inspiration to what you can get from either the drugstore, Ulta, Sephora, wherever. I think that I had like a very nice range of things going on here. So thank you so much for watching till the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.